everyone. Welcome to our program, and I'm the head of a research group that is called Big Data Infrastructure and Social Network Analysis. And today we will look through the sum of directions that may be interesting for you to make your research work. Being a student on our program. Yes. So first direction that is currently developed in our group is connected with creating different interactive assistants that may be built upon very brief and very compact information that comes from the industrial partners. The problem is that usually when you are surfing through the different sites that are connected with different data challenges, you may get the very well prepared data sets that are quite enough to train the good models and to get good results. In the reality, when you come to some industrial partner, the situation is opposite, is very different. So usually your partner may provide very little time of their experts, and all that you have is some data legacy that comes from logs, that comes from maybe some databases, or maybe some documents, some specifications, some requirements, and finally you have no any prepared data sets that may be used as basic for your data-driven models. And this is a challenge. This is a challenge how you can manage with all this information, finally to get good trained chatbots that may be developed, that may be involved, and that may contain some self-learning mechanisms. Another direction is, of course, about the data collection through the open public sources. I mean the smart crawler. The main thing here that we are now developing are two ideas. The first idea is just how to integrate here the intelligent model that may help us to select needed links that we need to visit on the next stage, on the next round. And this is a challenge because the algorithm, the current strategy that exists, they are based on some rules that were provided by humans, and they cannot take into considerations all the limits, all the boundaries that comes in from the real life, yes, that we meet during the surfing of different sites and portals. Another model is just to understand if we can smartly enough to surf through the pages, if we can select needed links to be covered by our crawler. Another question that appears, how we can get the needed data from the current page. And this is a quite simple question if you can mark by your hands needed parts that we need to crawl to the end engine. And another question, if this is the site, if this is the portal that is absolutely new for the crawler, and there is no human to help to understand which part is needed, which part is valuable, and which is not. And here also we try to generate a model that may do such kind of things, that may automatically select needed content on the current page that we visit. Another interesting direction is called DataMole. It is a platform that allows you to organize your activity upon the big data, upon the models that use data for training and for working. And here we have several crucial points. The first point is that for the present moment, there is no well-known platform or that may be used in some sphere of economics that organize, that provide the mechanism for data selling, for data conversion into the money, into financial part. And the problems that here appears are mainly connected with the protocols, with the agreement that should be provided to make sure that our data is saved, that that the end user gets the real valuable data sets and that some very sensible data is well transformed, depersonified, and may be used in public places. On the other hand, if we're talking about the bank sphere, for example, there is data that cannot be transferred and cannot be sold out of the bank infrastructure. And in this case, we provide opportunity for the bank to provide some conditional that may allow end users to perform some analysis upon this data inside the bank infrastructure and get only the aggregated results. Also, if such mechanism may be built, and now we know how to sell the data, we may build the next level on this platform that is connected with data-driven model generation, and with end servers that use these models to get some profitable, valuable results to end user. And this is also a part of the platform, because you should understand how you may organize the spaces for the dedicated teams and dedicated projects, how you need to organize the resources, how the data sets should be transferred, should be processed, divided, and so on. One more interesting project is called Car4You. Here we try to emphasize the idea that there is no service currently in the internet that may provide you ability to get the right car for you. I mean that all the all the portals, all the sites that aggregate different advertisement about the cars that currently can be bought or can be sold, they are interested in in increasing the amount of advertisement, and they are focused on the owners of these cars and on the ability to sell this car to the end user. On the other hand, if you or anyone else comes to the idea that he wants to buy a car, he met a lot of problems. Started from the technical parts, ending with some economical issues, with some personal preferences, and so on. And here we try to develop a service that is emphasized on user own needs. Another ideas that currently is developed also is the same idea that comes from Car4You, is building a personalized real estate service with focusing on individual preferences, because someone wants to buy apartment for his own needs, someone wants to buy a room or another apartment to increase his financial part, and each of us has different understanding what are the main features, the most important features to be considering during the home selection. Okay, one more very promising direction is event detection in our city. Imagine the situation when you are finishing your work and for some reason you have 2 or 3 hours that you may spend very pleasant, yes, somehow for your own interest. And you have no idea what to do because these 2 hours were not planned before. And all that you have now is just the ability to go to the nearest bar or to some cinema or whatever. And what we're trying to do is just to understand if the profile, the current profile of the city, of the digital city, may help you with this problem, with this issue. I mean, we try to take all the activities through the public social networks that has geomarks and try to analyze them semantically to find some events among them and to build a map of current events for current hour, for current day that happens now in the city. And you may see example how it looks like in the end service. And here there are several stages and some components, primitives that we built and that we developed in our group that helps us to do such things. The last direction is called neural network-based planning. It's about the shadowing. When you currently, it's very promising direction because a lot of different developed models are very complex and use a lot of data. And it means that finally these models need a lot of computational resources. These computational resources can be directly transferred in money. And the question is, can we somehow develop some algorithms that may increase efficiency of using such resources to decrease the money that we spend on them? Yes, because when we calculate, when we try to train some big models, we use a lot of resources and they cost quite a lot. The task is just to decrease the overheads that comes with execution of such models and to decrease the overall cost of these resources. So for this task, we use different approaches that are based on neural networks, that are based on evolutionary algorithms, and we get here some real interesting results that were published in quite prestigious journals that are highly ranked. So I believe that this is all our directions. If you have any questions, you may ask now. And as I understood, you were also provided by our topics of different groups that dedicates the certain certain area of research in each of direction. So do you have any question for now? I also may add that if you have your own topic, if you have some experience in that you got doing your previous research, you may also try to provide. You may also make a presentation for any of supervisors for any of group, and probably it will be quite interesting to make some research in this area also.
Excuse me, Denise, I think maybe our students are a little bit confused. Are there any topic that are ready to be researched right now?
As I understood, all other topics may be found in the shared Google document, yes?
Yes, there should be.
And I believe that if there are any question about those topics, this question also may be addressed now or just by email for the provided supervisor.
Okay. Can anyone confirm that they have received the table with topics? You can speak, it's allowed.
Hello.
Yes?
Yes, we received the whole table for every discipline, I think.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any questions, or maybe you want to suggest your own topic?
I have a question. It's kind of a general question because I see the content of the program of Big Data and Machine Learning, and I see that I have research work in the first, second, and third semester, and a master thesis at the fourth semester. We are now talking about, for example, this research work, and this research work that we are talking about now is for this semester, the thesis, or all of those?
It's basically the same thing you're going to do. You are going to write your master thesis for 4 semesters, which is 2 years, right? And the difference is that for research, your research reports, you will have to submit every semester what you have done for your master's thesis. Is this clear?
I think so. So the topic that I choose now is going to be
with your years, yes, ideally.
Okay.
So
Thank you very much.
Choosing basically what you're going to research for the next 2 years.
Okay, great.
And that will be your final outcome of the program. Any more questions?
I have a question about technologies. For example, for the data mall, which kind of technologies they are using, like for language operating systems? I don't know if they're using some cloud or something like that. Can you explain at least a little of that?
Okay, this is a question for Denis.
Yeah, sure. Currently, we are working. Okay, let's start from the technological stack. Yes, so we use mainly Scala, but part of the code is written on Java. Also, we have a part on Python, and our all front end is written on React technology, if you understand me. Saying about the general patterns, the architecture is built as SOA architecture. Yes, like we use service-oriented architecture when different parts of our platform are separated from each other, and they are responsible. They are personally responsible for some functionality. Yes, so, our first component, for example, is managing all the functions with the data. The next one is responsible for the computational resources and the execution of our task. Another one is user management. At the top, we have Faceit API. So mainly we try to build very agile platform with the integration with integrated components that may be developed and also transformed, that may apply different scientific research needs, because we usually use our platform for experimental studies during writing our papers, and usually we need to make some stress testing, integration testing, and all this is compiled in one platform. Also, DataMo currently is more like platform core, because it is used by different partners in different projects, and it's involved in different directions for different partners. And DataMo is more about the research. It's more about the investigation, about the understanding of efficiency or inefficiency of some ideas that we implement on our partner side. But any who has good skills in programming, who understand how distributed computing system may work, are welcome, and you may provide your CV. We will try to answer you in few days if it's acceptable for us or not.
Okay, thank you very much. It was very clear.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so my question is about the project where we try to find suitable events for users. So what kind of data we work with? I didn't get that clearly. And what's the basic outline of this project? Like, how do we do that?
Currently, we have a group of 5 people who are intended in this direction of research, and we started from Instagram data because Instagram has the biggest percent of data that includes geomarks. So it means that we may use it during geoanalysis, and we may use it in our algorithm. We also tried to use data from our Russian social networks that call VK, if you know it, and also tried to use some data, but not data of users from Facebook and from sites like TripAdvisor and Booking. I am talking about the coordinates of place of interest and coordinates of some other locations that are directly matched with our data. So what may come as output of this project? One of direction that we now developed with our partner is building a service that provides the prediction of city activity through the different districts. It's very useful for services, for public services like car sharing, like taxi, and some services that are maintained by governance.
So we try to predict that an event will occur in specific area. That's the point.
It's one of the direction. You may use the information that comes from the event detection in very different cases. One of them is just to use as a prediction mechanism. Another one is used for the analytics. I mean, imagine that you want to operate to make some business with food trucks, and you need to understand where you can put your food truck on this day and on this hour, just to increase the income from the audience. Yes. Another case when you try to analyze some aspects that may influence on your business. I mean, some content, some semantical part of the content that is connected with, for example, the same food area. Yes. So how many burgers are bought together with coffee? And if you know that in this part of city, there are a lot of burgers and there is no coffee, you may provide your servers knowing the results of this analysis.
Okay, thank you.
There is one question in the chat. If we are interested in any one topic, what are the procedures to join the research group? Can we just mail the leads showing our interest?
Yes, you need to mail the leader and you need to provide your CV saying what topics is interesting for you, and back you will get the response if your current skills are quite enough to start it doing some research in this area, and probably you will be I think some meeting can be organized after this.
Okay, any more questions?
If there is time, I would like to ask about like the what will be the task that we should do, like coding, researching, writing papers, working on infrastructure, maybe a little of everything.
Oh, all that you currently said, all this together,
Okay.
because it's very important to have all these parts during your studies. Finally, you are not. Your aim is not to get good thesis. Yes, your aim just to increase your current skills, increase your professional skills, to be able to conduct small groups of researchers, to be able to make some decisions in uncertain situation, and mainly all this comes when you try to get this activity through the research work.
Okay, thank you very much.
And I would like to remind that that the deadline for choosing your topic and supervisor is 15th of October. So you basically have 2 weeks to make your decision. So please contact the leaders of groups and your proposed supervisors, so that you can, in case you don't agree on something, you can still have time to choose another topic and another supervisor. So as I understand, just to clarify for everyone, writing your name against the topic is not enough, right? You need to contact the supervisor or the leader. Am I right?
Yes, you're absolutely right, and it's not only my rule. As I understood, each of the leader waits some reaction from the students, because this year we have a lot of students, and currently, as I see, we have not so much topics to get for every student, to give it for every student, and it means that the one who will be first may succeed. So I just recommend you to be active, to write your questions, to provide your CVs, and to be the first who will start doing this research on this topic.
Mm-hmm. And is it correct that not every topic will match your skills or background?
Sure. And if happens that you're not matching for some topic, you may then, as I said already, provide your own topic. Just probably it will be interesting to the leader. And also you may somehow to get additional information why you want to start doing research exactly on this topic, and there are no other options, and what are the strong points from your side here.
Question: it is an individual project, right? Or we have to do it in a group?
No. It's your master's thesis.
Yeah. So okay.
Master thesis is strictly individual.
Okay.
And it's 60 credits of your program. Basically, it's
And is
half
there
of your
any limit for each semester, so that how
program.
much we have to report for each semester? Is there any limit for the report to be submitted for each semester?
Sorry?
Is there any limit for the report we have to submit each semester?
Um, have you attended the meeting today on research and practice requirements?
This was the meeting link we received, I think.
I sent the invitation in the group today. Have you seen it? Have you attended it or not?
No, I didn't attend any meeting today.
I didn't know on our other meetings either.
Yeah.
Sorry?
This is the only link that I received. It was rescheduled, but I didn't know about another meeting.
Do you receive any updates from our group at all?
No, actually,
Yes,
we
we
received
received the update, but it was only for this meeting.
yeah, actually, it was told that we have a meeting at 5 o'clock, and later we got a mail that it was in 6 o'clock. That's what we
Yes,
received.
but in the Google group, I also sent the invitation to a meeting on research and practice. Okay, we have a recording of this meeting, and we will post it as soon as it is ready. And there you will find all the requirements for reports.
Okay.
It's like 20 pages, and it involves the progress of your research work every month, every semester. Basically, it's a summary of your work
Okay.
during the semester on the topic that you choose now. And it will be the same topic, and that will be your master's thesis as well.
We couldn't see the email ID of the like supervisor in the table. So how should we contact them?
Sorry?
We couldn't see the email ID of the faculty in the table, like email. So how can we
Faculty? Which email do you need? I
I'm
can't hear
asking
you very
you.
well.
You said that we have to contact supervisor, right, for selecting the
Yes,
project. So
yes.
we need the mail ID, right, to contact them. But
Okay. Have you opened the table?
yeah, 2020 research teams and topics.
Okay. Do you see the email addresses of the supervisors of each topic? Contact email, it's called.
Krishna, there are more columns in the right. You have to slide it, then you will see it.
Yeah, okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, there are many scientific groups, so you have to go to each group, look for topics. As long as you like something, you just contact that person and say, I want to take this topic. Is this clear? This procedure? Hello?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, if you have any questions, if you have any problems or questions remaining, you can ask me or Alexandra Klimova by email. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, does anybody want to say anything else or ask anything else?
There is another question in chat.
Oh, sorry.
Is this all the topics for our thesis for all professor? Today I showed only the topics of my group. It's like scientific directions. In Google file you may find another research groups with their own topics. And you may contact on each of the topic directly the advisor, the email that was provided near that topic.
It is not clear. The question is about today's presentation or about the table?
Azamat, are you here?
Azam,
Azam, yes.
table. The question is about table. Yes, if it's about table, this is all we have. If you don't like anything, you can propose your own topic, but you need to find the relevant supervisor and discuss it with him or her. Okay. Any more questions? I guess nobody else has questions.
Okay, we may finish this.
Yes, I think this is it. Okay, thank you very much for coming. And if you have any questions, please contact me or your supervisor that you choose, or maybe Denis Nasonov, if you want to join his group. And we will get the recording of this meeting and we'll send it to you or post it in the group. Okay, good luck and bye-bye.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yep, you're welcome.